More assault allegations surface and affect huge names in gaming in both the Smash communities, but also a caster for Call of Duty. Plus, a voice actor in The Last of Us 2 is now facing death threats alongside the vice president of Naughty Dog. And a brush fire cut into one of the most important matches of Overwatch from this previous weekend's Summer Showdown tournament. All of that and more next on The Breakdown. Happy post-celebration weekend, my lovelies, and if you need something to do while you're inside recovering from that wicked sunburn you got this weekend, why do you think I'm wearing a headband? Check out all of our awesome content on our Checkpoint XP YouTube channel. New videos every day, and the best part, it's all free. Subscribe today and stay up to date with the latest in esports and video game news straight from the source. Now, without further ado, let's talk some news. More allegations emerge from gamers' Me Too moment, COD caster and Smash player Zero affected. Gaming is having a moment right now. While we've covered some of the high-profile cases that have emerged over the past week or two, it doesn't seem like it's going to be slowing down anytime soon. Over the weekend, more large names were implicated in the ongoing sexual assault allegations, with two of the largest being Call of Duty caster Momo and Super Smash legend Zero. Activision is now currently investigating the several claims made against Momo after a handful of women brought nearly a dozen cases of harassment or abuse from Momo in their past. Respect goes out to the many women, almost a dozen now, coming forward and presenting their cases, after initially going directly to Activision, the company responsible for publishing Call of Duty. Nothing was initially done after 7 women came to the company that employed Momo, but once the claims became public, Activision severed ties with the caster and says that the investigation is ongoing. But Call of Duty is not the only scene being rocked by allegations, as the Smash community is still reeling from many of its legends being consumed by controversy. Last week, I told you all about the many pedophiles in the Smash scene having relations with kids, some as young as 14, and this week seems to bring news that's no different. Zero, a player who participated in many EVO finals and brought the esport into a new mainstream light, has been barred, according to his own words, from attending more Smash events on his own accord. This comes after it surfaced that Zero was sexually involved in harassing an underage female almost 10 years his junior, and while he hasn't competed in Smash events in a few years, he still attended many things as a spectator. It's good that this is happening. While some may cry cancel culture, sexual abusers and pedophiles have no place in the gaming community and deserve to be cast out. As I said earlier, I doubt that this will be the end of these kinds of stories in the coming weeks, but more than anything, this is a moment in gaming that needs to be embraced by gamers across the board to identify and remove harmful people from these different social groups. Last of Us 2 voice actress, Naughty Dog vice president faced death threats because people don't like the game. Even before the launch of The Last of Us 2, the game has seen a lot of hate from certain members of the gaming community. There's been a bit of controversy, leaks, and more. Now, the director of The Last of Us 2, Neil Druckmann, has shown some of the hate mail he has received and responded to the online harassment. Druckmann is the vice president of Naughty Dog, but this doesn't mean he's immune to hate mail from disgruntled fans, as evidenced by the recent death threats Laura Bailey, the voice actress for Abby, and he have been given. Late yesterday afternoon, Druckmann came out to share some of the hate mail he has received, which not only includes death threats, but transphobic, homophobic, anti-Semitic, and racist comments. A quick warning, some of the language contained here is going to be offensive, but we're going to leave it uncensored to show the harassment that people are forced to endure by people online. As you can see, it's not just general "I don't like this game" hate. It's direct, racist, and shameful stuff that I can't bring myself to read to you. As Neil said, you can love or hate the game and share your thoughts about it. Unfortunately, too many of the messages I've been getting are vile, hateful, and violent. Druckmann has since received a ton of positive support from big names in the industry, including Cory Barlog, the creative director of Santa Monica Studio, responsible for the iconic God of War franchise. He's also gotten support from Laura Bailey, saying that Druckmann had obviously gotten 10 times the amount of death threats that she did. It's a shame that in 2020, we are still having to debate whether or not people should be being harassed on the internet because people are angry at a product that somebody created. All I have to say is, gamers, you have to do better. Brushfire causes Overwatch League to disconnect during playoff match. Imagine that your favorite esports team is in a critical moment in a match that could define their entire tournament run. The clock is ticking, their hearts are racing, the squads are ready to clash, and then a long, excruciating pause ensues. That's exactly what fans of the San Francisco Shock and Washington Justice felt this weekend in the Overwatch League. Pivoting to an online format due to the COVID-19 outbreak, both teams faced each other in the quarterfinals of the Summer Showdown tournament. The Shock, clear favorites after their dominance over the entire North American region, were up 2-0 against the Justice. On the third map, it seemed Washington would be able to get on the scoreboard thanks to 2 swift kills that granted them a huge advantage in a team fight. Then, disaster struck.
1 shot, 1 kill potential, and then, you know, Justice would be on the back foot. But it's not going to happen. Oh, Shock playing super aggro. Almost duped the Justice there as Stitch just throws the dynamite in, and we are pause, unfortunately. Kills 2 people off the back of it. That's an impressive start from the Justice. I'm kind of curious what happened.
Almost half an hour later, the match got back underway, with Shock confirming the sweep with a 3-0 result. Eventually, the reason for the massive delay came to light, as the Los Angeles Fire Department reported a brush fire that caused power outages in the area where the Shock squad's located. As the Los Angeles Fire Department reported a brush fire that caused power outages in the area where the Shock squad is located. Eventually, the Paris Eternal became the overall tournament champions, and if you want a full recap of how the Summer Showdown went, you can head over to our website at checkpointxp.com. That's it for the news today. If you're trying to stay on top of all the latest and breaking esports video game news, give us a follow on Twitter at CheckpointXP. We've been growing so much over the past few months, and we are so happy to have you along for the ride. Did you know that 85% of you watching this right now aren't subscribed to our YouTube channel? Change that, and don't be a statistic. Subscribe, and you'll be my new best friend. Positions open. My name's Weirdbeard, and the fact that Legend of Dragoon was trending and it wasn't because a new remake was announced is a travesty.